What's up, y'all? I am your girl, Shani Sweets. You already know we are in the sweet spot, the sweetest place to be. And I'm always bringing you the hottest artists, the ones that's doing their thing. The grind don't stop. As you see, my boy is right here at the computer. He recording it, everything. Jack Doyo is in the building, okay? How you doing, love?
Hey, how you? I'm doing good.
That's good. That's good. So let the people know a little bit about you and who you are just to start off. Because if they don't know, they about to find out.
Okay, well, my name is Jack Doyo, which stems from my original name, Jackson Doyo Chalo Malali Ndiku Keti Monani Zekai Kilonzo.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay, I heard that.
I'm, yeah, I came to the U.S. 9 years ago. My whole life I've been making music, starting off like in the choir and playing drums, piano, guitar, every instrument, and then ever since I came to the U.S. listening to artists like in different genres like Shaka Khan, hit different hip hop artists like Coldplay, Boosie Collins, like
Okay.
Isley Brothers, stuff like that.
Okay. Oh, you see, that's why I like your music. Okay.
Yeah, I like so like that really inspired me. I wanted to I listen to music all the time, so I wanted to kind of bring that feel back because I feel like nobody really kind of like vents and pours their heart into the music like that anymore. So it's kind of like they say fast food music. So I just like with my approach, like I just always wanted to just vent and just be all the way me and genuinely me in all my music and just keep growing with myself and the music I produce and just putting it out there for different individuals that may I guess what's the word I'm looking for? That identify with it in a
Okay.
sense.
Okay,
Yeah,
yes. Make sure that you match up to what you're putting out there and that's what you can
yeah,
relate to. And I mean, that's where it starts, is where you relate to, and the stories you can pull from your inspirations to create your own stories for other people. So that's what's up. It's funny because you said the Isley Brothers, and I was like, that's my favorite group. Like, that's literally my favorite group. I don't care how old they were or how old I was. I wasn't even thought of when they first, stepped onto the scene. But the Isley Brothers are my favorite groups. Shaka Khan, sweet thing, you in the sweet spot. So
yo, hey, hey, that's it right there. I be singing that joint.
man, let me tell you. So let me
I need
ask you, do you like the Shaka Khan version or the Mary J. Blige version?
Chaka, man, stop playing with me.
Okay. Okay.
Don't even
I
play.
really didn't have to ask. I didn't really have to
Don't
ask.
even Chaka like that.
Okay. I just had to ask because I mean, the newer generation,
It's
they'll be like, oh, Mary J.
Blige.
Blige.
They
No.
don't understand that Shaka Khan.
Shaka Khan, Shaka Khan. Okay. Yes. So I definitely like I'm loving your music, selections and your taste. And you're from Kenya. You moved over here with your family completely, or
Uh, by myself.
okay, okay. What made you take that step? Just wanting to get into your career and being an artist, or
Uh,
with other things as well?
Most of it just take care of my family. They it was a lot for me to get down here, so I never like played with it. So I got my masters and everything. I went to school. I did all that stuff.
Hmm.
But I got to a point where it's like it's either I gotta continue that route or do what I love to do.
Hmm.
And I was at that crossroad, and I'm like, I gotta go 100% music. So I'm 100% into that's all I do now, just the music 100%. And that's just all I'm chasing, And that was I'm never gonna regret that.
Right, right. What did you go to school for?
Oh, my first degree was in psychology. My second was public health, and then I was gonna go to dental school, but
Mhm.
I dropped out with the full ride at UNC.
What? Okay, I mean, but I get it. I get it. It's a full ride, but it's not what you wanted to do. It's not your passion. So
Yeah.
that's what's up. That's what's up. So how long have you been like putting music out for other people to hear? You say you've been doing it for a long time, but how long have you been publishing?
Probably seriously like 2 years, but I've been making it for like probably seven. Like, cause when I first came, I was like Ninth Wonder was I went to one of the first college I went to was UN Central NCCU.
Mm-hmm.
And Ninth Wonder was my professor, and we did these projects where he had us write music, and we presented it, and he was just like, what are you doing? Like, he's like, you're doing, and I'm over there like, I'm just venting, and he's just like, I thought about like, putting that down, and then ever since I fell in love with that, like, I just been addicted, and I've never stopped, and it's like every day I'm recording 10, 15 songs, just putting everything out like it's a journal, just putting it out, like just recording, and just trying to sharpen my blade.
Right, right. Are you glad that you came to Carolina and decided to go into your, your music bag? Because North Carolina and South Carolina right now have the artists that are really doing their thing.
I think I'm glad. I'm definitely glad I came to North Carolina because I've all the states I've traveled to are probably a bit too much for me.
Okay.
um, North Carolina I like because it's like it's a good vibe. Like I can just like it's chill,
Hmm.
but it can get hype. It's kind of like
Right, right.
Like North Carolina is an introverted extrovert situation.
It is. It
So
is.
like that's the best way I can explain it. So I just like, and that's how I am. Like I'm introverted when I'm grinding and hustling, but I'm an extrovert when I go out there and I deal with people, and I love that. Like, but you gotta have like a healthy medium of both. So I just like North Carolina for that because I have the healthy medium of like being like I have the space to not. It's not one of those areas where you gotta be lit all the time.
Mhm.
Like if I was in New York,
In New
I
York, Atlanta, LA, Miami, you're gonna have to
know
be
I
outside.
don't know how that go because I'd probably be. If I was in Florida, I'd probably have a whole set of golds in my mouth right now, straight Cubans.
Hey, with the chains, like,
Florida boy.
oh, seriously, you would definitely fit right in looking like a Florida boy. You see, Kodak just got out, and it's like he ain't never went in because he came right back out on that same Florida boy look and everything. Like, yo, that when you from Florida, you can definitely tell. So you probably would have probably got the lock things. I don't know what they call them, but
Like the influence and stuff like that. Like I stayed true to myself, but if I would have grown in Florida, I probably would have got a full set of perm. I probably would have had a whole gold mouth right now with the Cuban links. That's it.
right,
The Cuban, probably the John Wicks. I don't know about them, but I
right.
probably clean. But I'd have the.
You would have had the grill right. It would have been, hey. I mean, but that's what you when you go to Florida, you know that's what you kind of look for. But I mean, I like the fact that you said that North Carolina is an introverted place because it definitely is. I feel like it's a melting pot and it's always a stepping stone for people, whether they stepping up to something else or they want to just chill out a little bit. They don't had a full-blown career, now they want to come to North Carolina, Raleigh, or wherever, Charlotte, and just chill out and relax and still have access to stepping out. And the fan base that's here is very, very loyal. How are you feeling about your fan base?
Yeah, I love it.
You like it? That's what's
I
up.
like I love like Charlotte, Raleigh, Chicago. Uh I don't know if Buffalo's in Chicago. I'm not too good with my states.
Buffalo is New York, upstate New York.
New York,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so I'm getting New York and LA, like places like that. Like they bump with me heavy. Like they really blitzing my stuff. And then mainly like Africa and Russia,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that too.
Yeah, because you're international.
Yeah, like use like it's just honestly, I'm just grateful and just like I'm just taking it all in because I didn't come in with that expectation. Like I'm not trying to be like this star. I just want to make music and put it out
Mhm.
and like let the people feel like I just want to bring the emotion back to music. I love making music. I don't want it to be like a whole like competitive type feel like, oh, I'm better than everybody. I don't even think like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
I'm not, I know what I'm saying. I just want to. It's about the music for me. You know what I'm saying? Like strictly, like for me, like I just want to create. great vibes, for people to enjoy. I really feel.
That's what's up. What are you working on right now?
I got an Afro project. I got a whole Afro. I'm about to hit y'all with the Afro project. Oh
Ooh,
my god.
you gonna give us the we gonna be moving those shoulders and everything. So I okay. I'm definitely ready to hear that because that's a little different than what you've been putting out.
Absolutely. I think but that's premeditated. Like I wanted to show people, like, cuz my whole thing with my country is like everybody in Africa, and they look at like everybody in Africa wants to come to America,
Mhm.
and so they learn from what they see on media. So it's like, for example, it's a whole bunch of Africans that may put on blood and crip bandanas, knowing good and well we don't do that, and they're over there throwing like that look crazy. So I wanted to show them like I can be just as good. I can be just in that realm as those same people and not have that image,
Mhm.
and let you guys know like you don't have to be. You can be yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can just we're not. You know what I'm saying? You can be yourself. Like
Mhm.
if that's you, that's you.
Mhm.
But if like just don't do it. Like a lot of thing people like follow trends and like gimmicky stuff. So I just like I want you to just focus on just really honing in on being your true self. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So yeah. So that yeah, that's about it for that one.
That's what's up though. Do you feel like just coming over to a new country a lot of times and not knowing how to navigate is an issue for the people from your country or other countries to depend on social media to help them in a new place like America?
Absolutely. But like it's kind of difficult. It just depends on the age group we're talking about.
Okay.
If we're talking about like the younger generation, they're gonna take like heavy influence on social media, stuff like that, and what's in the media,
Hmm.
because that's what they know. That's the new tech group. But when it comes to the older class, they're like extreme. They're too. I don't want to say too old school, but they're too behind to the point where it's like it's the young generation and the old generation. There's like a clashing. And it's like what I like about when I came to the US is like I could go to your backyard parties, cookouts, stuff like that. Like it don't matter how you could have family issues with your family, but you're all gonna still fuck with each other. Like you're all gonna hang with each other. You're gonna have laugh and stuff like that. And I think that's a big element of stuff that we forget to do. Like just really relax and just like have fun. It's always like work, work, work because of the conditions that we've had. So when they come here, it's like they want to come here so that they can live the lifestyle that they see on social media of people that is big over here and stuff in the US, and that's their influence, such as the movies and stuff like that. That's why I was saying like I wanted to be more of a different influence that way. It's like when I get there, it's like they're looking at me like, oh, I can really, if I go out and be my true self,
Hmm.
I can become anything I put my mind to, type feel.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And is that simple? It sounds like a lot of people.
No, it's hard.
It's hard. It's hard, but it's
Hard.
easier said than done. But at
Yeah.
the same time, it's just like just do it. You know, just
Yeah,
do it.
like I'm
And
not gonna I've slept in my car for 2 years when
mhm,
I came here, and it was a point where, because I was taking care of my mom. She's dealing with stuff, health and stuff. So I'm like, it's a lot of stuff that you go through, and I feel like when you're in those lone, like single points by yourself, you really learn a lot about yourself and who you are as an individual. And
right,
those are the things. It's easy. Yeah, you're right. It's easier said than done, because it's like no one's gonna understand my journey to this point per se, but they can hear it through the music. But
exactly.
if like actually living through it, like you can't expect anybody to understand that. And like that's like me trying to understand what you've walked through or you've lived through. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You can tell me about it and I can sympathize with it, but it's like I'm never gonna fully understand your journey. That's why I want to get people to understand, like, You have to take the time out to understand your true self, and then like the
Mhm.
rest falls in line, like for real.
Right, right. So you have the Afrobeat project coming up. Do you have a name for it? Do you have any features that you're excited for or
Oh yeah, Dehan's on there. Um, I'm working on a couple people. I want to keep those a surprise. Don't want to out premeditated.
okay.
Um, I'm as far as names, I'm thinking about maybe coming to America.
Okay.
So
No, that movie is about to come out this year, the second one. Okay, then go ahead and I see you. I see you.
you see the
I
you
see
see,
you.
okay,
I see you.
yeah. So
That's
I'm just cooking and just vibing out. It's a lot of real dope sounds. Like so, I'm really excited about dropping this Afro project. Because I'm probably gonna go towards like after the Afro project, I'm gonna go towards just that Afro. I don't want to be put in a box,
mhm.
so I want to create. So whether it's hip hop, Afro, pop, what I'm saying, whatever, I want to be able, I want people to see me as like he's just an artist. You know what I'm saying? He just creates, but they're gonna be able to vibe with it as if what I'm saying, they listen. Say they don't listen to those genres, they're gonna vibe with it as if they did. That's my whole. I want them to identify with it like that.
Do you think the mesh between Afro and hip hop, even Latino music in the culture, is blending better now
Yes.
in 2020 and 2021? Because I mean, I can honestly remember back when I've never ever heard Afro, like no type of. I
Yeah,
might have
you're right.
known what it was. Like it was like, okay, that's music from this country, but you wouldn't even hear it or even go to the clubs. There's so many like Afro clubs around, whether you're in Atlanta, Raleigh, LA. So how do you feel about, your culture really like making its own space in America?
You're definitely right, but music is definitely taking a lot of different shifts. I think the reason a lot of people are like transpiring towards the Afro music right now
Hmm.
is like I said, they're looking for more of that music that can make them feel something. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm not saying the music that's coming out now doesn't make you feel, but in terms, it's a lot of fast food music that's I guess being released, and that's not knocking to it to anybody that's making music. I'm just saying like the emotion and stuff for the most part is not there. It's a lot of like gimmicky, just throwing out stuff.
Hmm.
So it's like in the sense of like yeah, so it's like in the sense of what you're saying, like the Afro music, man. People like, for example, Wizkid, he's been out for a long time, but a lot of people like are really on him. Like for like last year, this year, that new project he dropped,
Hmm.
and that shows like the kind of dedication and time it takes for music to kind of reach people, and the kind of you know how much like promotion and stuff, how you got to push yourself to different areas, you know what I'm saying, to get your music out there. So I think it's definitely where it's supposed to be, and it's going to keep growing. I think music in general is just going to keep growing and evolving as it just I'm very excited to hear like different artists and new sounds and stuff. Like that's all I do, listen to different people all day.
Right.
That's what helps me like growing myself, and that's what keeps me motivated, just because that's where I started listening to different artists.
Hmm. How do you feel about artists like Rotimi, where he
Lil
goes
Timmy,
Rotimi?
Rotimi.
Yeah, he's like on Power and goes into the acting thing, and nobody had any clue that some music that we were bumping and listening to was the same guy that was on Power that was like snitching on everybody. He was like, "Oh, wait a minute!" Like, but he definitely has a sound straight from, man, like a whole different sound from what we thought it would be from seeing him on Power. So how does, acting, do you ever think about doing anything like that?
Yeah, I would definitely look at going to. I think here's the thing: it's like people have a perception of you based on what you put out first, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
So when you guys see him as the power actor, and what I'm saying, and everything he's doing, that's his image in the world. He's like that fictional book character.
Right.
that everybody, or that book everybody has read.
Mhm.
So when everybody sees him making music, it's
What?
like it's like avoiding the matrix, like, you know, it's like what just happened, you know.
Right.
So I think that's where that comes from. But I think you just have to be open-minded enough to be like, that's why it's scary to uh to do the other things, and
Mhm.
if you really want to do music, because depending on what you do can really show how people view you, if that makes sense. So
Mhm.
it's like if you're you could be a comedian, YouTube influencer like Desi Banks, and you start making music, I can understand how people are not going to take that seriously.
DC Young Fly. But I like his music. I like his music. I don't. I like. I say that to say he's one that has definitely done that. You know, he started with comedy and just being funny and all on YouTube and then wilding out. But he used his music in his sets. You know, he would sing and you were like,
Exactly.
oh,
That was,
he's
but
funny singing.
that was branding right there.
Yes,
He
yes,
left that here. He left that in your head. So it's not like with Desi, you're looking at him and, oh, he makes skits. He's all that. With DC, he's singing in his skits, like you said.
right.
He's making the singing part of the joke. So it's like people are in hindsight are thinking like, yo, if you actually made a song, like, you'd be fire. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He
and
low key
that's in
got his Jamie
hindsight.
Foxx on. He got his Jamie Foxx on. He been watching.
I'm telling you,
Hey, like because that's the
I
same
better be
thing
hitting
Jamie
them
Foxx
pipes.
and Jamie Foxx started as a comedian, like hilarious, like not
Yeah,
singing
and he made
the whole
that a
show.
Drake,
Drake, same exact thing. He did
biggest artist now.
he was a musician in Degrassi. Jamie Foxx was a jingle writer in the Jamie Foxx show. So it makes a lot of sense when certain people start making albums, but it helps that they put it in some of their work first. And I feel like you kind of do that with your videos. So if you want to get into acting, going through your videos is kind of like, okay, you got you make sense through your video. You have a storyline, like you can tell that you actually put in work. How is your video process? Like, is that something that you really like how are hands on?
I'm extremely anal about it. Like, I'm very OCD and stuff like that. Like, I I like to push everything with a new boundary, and I don't like keeping the same energy. I'm like, what is it we can do to up it up? Like, what can we do to up it up? Like, what can we do to make people really see? Like, so it's like, with, say for example, like, I waited for a day that it was raining to shoot that. I waited, like, it was very, everything was specifically thought out. Like, the reason I wanted to rain is because I wanted people to feel like, you know, about to run off again. Like, the reason I was wearing the certain clothes I was wearing is because it's really cold out. You're gonna be dressed real baggy, like you're out there trying to, you know, you really don't have anything, but you want to make something of yourself. You gotta start somewhere. If you have nothing, you gotta get a job or something. So I was trying to get a job in the video.
Right. I
I
see.
can't
And
do minimum wage, you know what I'm saying?
oh, and then you
And
hit the
I'm like,
8 months later, and I'm like, this is a story. Like it is like, okay, all right, let me pay attention. Let me see what he really has a story going on here. So that was really dope. I like
yeah. So I just want to keep pushing that norm, and like, just keep being. A lot of times, like, with the, like I said, I'm venting, so it's like a lot of times now with the visuals, like, present day, like with the new visuals that are about to come out.
Mhm.
Me and my my whole team, everybody's a unit with us. You know, everything is in house, so we
Okay.
sit down and really talk for hours. Like, I tell them, like, you know, stuff like, let's figure out how we can get the lyrics, if we can match every lyric to a visual, or every visual, anything you can visualize with the lyrics with a visual, like, let's do it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That way it's like, because the mind is always moving, especially in nowadays, so it's like, it'd be dope to actually visualize like what you're actually hearing,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, like lyric per lyric, like,
Mm-hmm.
scene change for scene change. You know, that's why, you know, it takes a lot more hours. We spend days shooting, but at the end of it, it's worth it, because, you know, the content just keeps getting better and better.
Mm-hmm. People always want good content. They want quick content. That's kind of the social media platforms are gearing towards, especially with the
Mhm.
reels and TikToks and stories. But the human brain continues to feel and respect real stories, real content, something that stimulates your mind. And it's only so much you can get stimulated from watching a TikTok. So having actual videos and skits and short films to go with your music, it still has heavy, heavy, heavy impact and representation of who you are as an artist. So that's super dope. I really commend you on like doing that and sticking to that type of idea when you put out your work. So that's kind of like I want to say somebody that does that really, really well right now is the baby.
Exactly.
And you're right.
Like
Like you're in Carolina.
their like literally every lyric is in the video, right? And you can literally
Yeah,
follow it like frame per frame what he's saying. And that I thought that's definitely like a huge part of why I really vibe with Real Goats and how they shoot all their visuals because
right,
and really how his mind works because baby puts a lot of his input in the videos I believe in. It's like the way I love that it gets like it's intense but it's like it takes a lot of shooting but it's worth it at the end is what I'm saying.
right,
Like
right,
you're shooting a lot of stuff to get those few seconds and different scene changes but it's like at the end of it it's like it's a beautiful thing like and you feel like hard work always like shows forth, you know.
yeah, right. Who are somebody or some people that you want to work with in the future? Maybe people that you might not have access to right now just of yet, but you're like, yo, when that time come and that record come through, this is who I want to work with. Ooh, he thinking, y'all.
Oh man, I'm be honest with you. Probably everybody that can make me feel on the track. But if I was to choose, maybe I'd be like Wiz Kid, Coldplay,
Okay.
um, Paramore,
Mm, okay.
um, mm, Chris Brown. I like that. Chris Brown has some fire. His long albums, I be listening to them long albums.
Man, I love the long albums. Like,
Like I listen to them joints. Like I listen to like and
man, is
his like just the way
a
he
silent
creates
Chris
music.
Brown.
Like that's what I'm saying. Everybody could be like anywhere from Uzi to Coldplay, it's just different genre. They really just because there's so much dope music that makes me feel. So it's just I
Hmm.
couldn't really. It's a lot of artists. Like probably not even naming a lot of them, but I'm that's the goal. I'm gonna get to all of them.
Right.
Like just to work with them, like just to create with them popcorn. Um, I want the old Party Next Door,
The old party next door. Okay. The Parisian, the what is it? The
the
parade,
Persian rugs,
Persian rugs, and
the what's good, curious.
okay, what's good? Curious. Yes.
Oh,
Yes. I don't know
is
what's
you
going
ready?
on. I haven't had that in a long time. And it's funny because I'm not gonna lie. The Persian rugs, Jacquees redid the song. And that song, I only like Jacquees on it now. And it's just like that's not fair. That's not fair. Like how you go from one
It's gotten there.
yeah, I need the weekend. I mean, not the weekend, but Party Next Door. I need him to,
Tighten up,
yeah, tighten up a little bit because you can't let Jacquees take your song like that. Like, um,
man. I'm talking about like when he was making songs like "Sex on the Beach," "Grown Woman,"
yes, yes,
like
sex on
like he was in his bag, like in
man.
his
I feel
crazy
like
bag. I don't know what happened after that.
Party Next Door when he made Sex on the Beach, him and Ty Dolla Sign definitely should have like linked up and did something because that's when Ty Dolla Sign was coming out and just doing super super heavy stuff. And I really didn't see the weekend doing anything with Party Next Door, but he also him, Ty Dolla Sign, and the weekend were all like lined up, like ready to go. And it's just like Party Next Door kind of just was like, yeah, I'm gonna mind my business.
The weekend is fire. Like the see, like the thing with the weekend too. Like I love the songs. The weekend is like the weekend. I love the weekend, but like I loved a lot like when he was coming up and he was doing those shows like Thursday, the party albums,
Right,
stuff like that. Like
right,
those are so crazy. Those are a big part of like me like in Kenya. Like just
okay,
like me and going to school in Kenya and stuff. So it's like when the like even now like now if I was to say now if I was to work with the weekend it'd be like select songs like he's done like Snow Child.
okay, okay.
Like cause I love that like he even did a visualize that was anime because I love anime.
Like anime, okay. All right. Look, I'm okay. So I'm an Avatar girl. I know like a lot of people get it confused. It's kind of almost the same, but it's not the same. But I'm making my way to more anime. My team that's around me, they are like walk in the room. We could be editing, and it's anime right on the TV. So I'm like, all right. I mean, y'all gonna put on Avatar because that's what I want to watch. Like,
Oh, so you said the other stuff you
I
gotta
gotta
wean into the you gotta ease into the other stuff.
gotta ease into. I mean, it's been around for a long time, so I've seen certain things, but to really understand it, I'm like, all
Yeah,
right,
like I only watch it in the Korean. I don't do the English subs.
okay.
I can't. I just feel like it takes away from the
It takes away from the whole thing.
yeah. And then it's like their voices. Do
Voices
not
are changed. You
jump.
gotta, you kind of. I mean, it's like that with anything that's on Netflix and they change it and the words don't mess up with what's actually come out or match up with what's coming out their mouth. And I'm just like too focused on trying to look at their mouth versus actually
Yeah.
watching what's going on in front of me. So yeah, all right.
Like that show with what were they doing with the little where they were robbing the bank. Everybody was wearing the masks and stuff, but it was like a different. What was that called? I already know. Everybody's seen it. I think. What was
I'm
that called?
not sure.
Yeah, be that one.
But oh, I know Money Heist.
Yeah, Money Heist. There we go.
Money Heist. Yeah. So, but yo, I couldn't not watch that movie though, or that's
Yeah, that's. I wasn't even
that
focused
show.
on like their voices though.
Yeah,
I wasn't even focused. It was that good.
that was
Those usually be
that,
the best movies for real.
yeah, that's one of the best ones, but it takes a lot. It has to be a really good show for you to switch it, and we not pay attention that the words aren't matching up with what's with how your mouths are moving. So it's just like for that show to really hit like it hit, like whoever wrote that show is a good writer.
Yeah, it
Like
hit.
really good writer. I do want to ask you though, what is like what is it like for you to write in the studio, like your process? Because that's something that's very, are you like I'm a go-getter, I'm just gonna go in here and this is what it is? Or are you like,
It depends on the production.
okay,
Um, some some production I literally cannot explain it. I could go in there and just like
hmm,
freestyle like safe was I just went in there freestyle that.
really?
Yeah. So other songs I sit there like and really it hits me so hard I have to go sit down and write, but it's like the way I write it's like freestyle writing. It's
Hmm.
like it's in my head and the words are already there, but it's like I just can't. I'm just like jotting it down and putting it in the right places to make sure like everything diction like is sonically correct because like I like stuff to be. I'm very anal and harshly critique myself. I
Hmm.
like shit to be very sonically like there as the best I could. So it's like that's my approach with the music. I don't. It usually like it depends. I can make a song like 5 minutes or 40 minutes, or it could take 2 hours max. Like it just depends on like the vibe and how much is going into it as far as ad libs and feels. I could sit down with the song for 15 minutes and constantly be like there's something missing and just constantly add stuff until I feel like sonically it's like where I want it to be.
Okay. Okay. And I feel like that's important, especially with you wanting to be very intentional with your videos and your visuals and stuff like that. A lot of times some people they just like saying that they don't write their stuff because Lil Wayne said that way back in the day. And it's just like We don't really remember things just like that sometimes, and sometimes it's just good to put stuff on paper to make sure that it happens, and you can actually like put it, okay, I wrote this down, I can match it up with this versus just trying to put everything in your head. We have like 60,000 thoughts a day. So,
Yeah.
and that's just normal. That's not even what you're intentionally thinking about. That's just how our mind works and what just flows and passes through our mind on a daily basis. So writing down your lyrics and writing down like how you want it to be placed and where you want it to fit at, that's like really important. So keep doing that for one, because it shows in your work, it shows in your, your videos, your music and stuff like that. Now, the Afro beat project, you haven't had a name for it yet, but it's going to be released. Are you looking towards the spring or
Yeah.
springtime? Give us some, the girl's going to be popping out with the shoulders showing. It's going to be a little more
Uh,
side.
Part of me wants to play a snippet for you.
Okay, we're going to get an exclusive. We
I
definitely
can
like
give you.
exclusive in the
I can give you the Jay Hines exclusive. The
Okay.
the joint.
Ooh, we
It's
got
gonna be. Hold on. Let me get this on for
we're
you.
getting a exclusive in the sweet spot. You already know that's where you come for all the hot stuff, the new releases, all that good stuff. So let's see what he got for us here.
Okay. My speakers on. There we go. Fucking school, but tonight we gon' ball, baby girl, let's break even. To the breeze, it's feeling like the weekend. Baby, please, you give me every reason. Yeah. When you whine like that, middle of the night, leave you lying like that. I better leave a stain on your mind like that. Do the night, do the night, do the night, do the night. I'm a late night creeper in the night, my darling. Can put you right to sleep, you don't need a sleep, no. Me no want you on me drama, always follow on my happy drop a middle lip with the chopper.
That's your joint right there. That's your joint right there. Look, you happy with the movements, with the okay. That's what's up. I like that. I like that sound. I like how it come in. It's quick. I'm not a big fan of long intros. Like I like to
Yeah,
like
get to the point.
get to the point, give me the beat, because that's really what I'm waiting for. And I like how that beat drop. You did like a good 15 seconds and then a beat drop right there. So
You feel me?
yeah. I really like that. You guys make sure you keep up with Jack Doyo. Tell everybody where they can find you at.
You can find me on every major platform. JACK space DOYO Jack Doyle. You can follow me on Instagram at NNR Jack Doyle, NNRJACKDOYL.
All right. That sounds good. Y'all already know what it is. I am your girl, Shani Sweets. You're rocking out in the sweetest place to be. And we about to be out this thing. Shout out to Jack Doyo for stepping in. And this has
Thank you, thank you.
you're welcome. This has been a great interview. And I'm looking forward to hearing more from you and all that good stuff. So keep doing what you're doing. Don't stop. And I gotta get when you really release this whole Afrobeat album, I gotta come to a party so I can show you my moves or something. All right.
Yeah, please do. We're
Okay.
gonna be like
Okay. Yeah.
through the night, through the night, through the night, through the night.
Okay. All through the night. Look, he got the real vocals for you guys too. All right. Y'all have a great day. Thank you so much for stepping into the sweet spot. Y'all like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. I will be back next time. Bye.